The first video footage from inside the Texas school shooting has revealed the shocking moment police ran away as a gunman fired shots into a classroom full of children. The 4 minutes 9 seconds video, which was obtained and edited by the Austin-American Statesman, shows officers rushing into Robb Elementary School on May 24, just minutes after 18-year-old Salvador Ramos began his deadly rampage. Instead of pursuing Ramos, however, the officers are seen waiting outside for over an hour. The CCTV and police bodycam footage shows police checking their phones and even applying hand sanitizer in the school's corridor as shots continued to be fired into a classroom with children. Barricaded inside. It tells in real time the story of how heavily armed officers failed to quickly launch a cohesive response to stop the shooter and potentially save more children. Here's what the footage shows. Minute by minute. First chance to stop rampage 11:29 a.m. The video, 11 seconds in, shows Ramos crashing his mother's truck into a bank in the road outside the school. He fires 3 rounds at 2 men as they approach the car. One falls to the ground before getting up and running away. A witness then films Ramos firing towards the school before entering through a side door. He is dressed all in black and carrying what looks to be an AR-15 rifle. A report just last week from the Advanced Law Enforcement Rapid Response Training, ALERRT, Center stated that an armed Uvalde police officer spotted the gunman outside the school and asked for permission to shoot. However, Uvalde Mayor Don McLaughlin refuted the account. Gunman stalks corridors without resistance 11:32 a.m. A teacher is heard calling 911 telling the operator that there is a gunman, that she can hear shots, and children are running. "Oh my God. Get in your rooms," she screams before the audio is cut off. Ramos is filmed by the school's CCTV calmly walking through the unlocked door and stalking the brightly painted blue and green school corridors. 11:33 a.m. A young boy can be seen peeking around the corridor before running back into the bathroom after spotting Ramos shooting into classrooms 111 and 112. The Austin-American Statesman edited out the screams of the children, but reported that the gunfire continues, stops, then starts again. Stops, then starts again. And again. And again. Police arrive but quickly retreat 11:36 a.m. It is almost 3 minutes before 3 officers arrive and rush toward the classrooms, crouching down. Then, a burst of gunfire. One officer grabs the back of his head as if he has been shot. They quickly retreat to the end of the hallway, just below a school surveillance camera. Officer checks his phone while others send texts. One officer lowers his gun to check his phone, which is in the knee pocket of his trousers. Others, the Statesman reports, sent texts and looked at floor plans as minutes ticked by. One officer can be seen with a radio here. However, the chief of police said in a local newspaper interview that he chose not to bring his inside the school as it was cumbersome and inhibited his ability to run. Reports suggest this led to some confusion, and meant there was little contact with officers outside the school. 11:52 a.m. Many more officers, local, state and federal, heavily armed, clad in body armor, with helmets, some with ballistic shields, can be seen walking back and forth in the hallway. 45 minutes later, officers are still waiting in the corridor 12:21 p.m. While most of the shooting happened in the first few minutes of the attack, 4 additional shots can be heard from the classroom at this time 45 minutes after the first shot was fired. The newspaper has previously reported transcripts that show Police Chief Pete Arredondo tried to speak to the gunman at this point, and then wondered whether he could be killed from outside the classroom. Chief Arredondo asked if officers would consider popping him through the window. He suggested, "Get 2 shooters on either side of the window. I say we breach those windows and shoot his expletive head off through the windows." According to the Statesman, an officer then told others gathered, "They're making entry." However, the forwardmost group of Border Patrol agents do not do so for quite a while longer. Officer takes break to apply hand sanitizer 12:30 p.m. An officer wearing a helmet and ballistic vest pauses, rather bizarrely, to squirt hand sanitizer from a wall-mounted dispenser and rubs his hands together. An hour and 17 minutes after the shooting began, a plainclothes paramedic arrives with a stethoscope around his neck, apparently to treat any students or teachers who may have survived the onslaught. 2 officers in camouflage fist bump each other. 1 hour 14 minutes after arriving, police enter classroom 12:50 p.m. A number of officers crouch outside the classroom. A burst of gunfire is heard, and the video ends. Authorities have said a Border Patrol officer stormed the classroom and killed the gunman, an hour and 14 minutes after police arrived on the scene. 12:51 p.m. The video shows the moment Sheriff's Deputy Felix Rubio is in tears in the hallway, being held back by fellow officers, feet away from where his 10-year-old daughter Lexi was shot dead. Outside the school, several parents had to be restrained by police from rushing into the building. 19 students and their 2 teachers died in the massacre, days before the end of the school year. The video and preliminary report were expected to clarify what police were doing as they waited in the hallway and will contradict earlier public statements and official reports. On Tuesday night, Uvalde's mayor called the footage one of the most chicken things I've ever seen. The video has been the subject of an intense political debate, with Texas Governor Greg Abbott and the Uvalde mayor urging its public release and the Uvalde County District Attorney opposing releasing it, apparently citing an active investigation into the shooting. The Texas House Committee investigating the shooting has said it plans to release hallway surveillance of the police response to the massacre to victims' families on Sunday and to the public soon. Thereafter, local, state and federal officials have denied requests to release documents that could shed light on the police response, including 911 call transcripts, body camera footage, communications among law enforcement officers,